Hi everyone, my name is Peter. Thanks for joining me at Our Worship Sound, where we're making worship keyboard technique and technology easier. I want to give you some tips in this video to how you can make your keyboard playing sound more professional, or at least avoid some of the things that are keeping it from sounding at the level that you want to. And these are going to have to do with rhythm and timing. First of all, I'm going to start playing along with this drum loop, and I'm going to do some things that make me sound not very good. Okay, so there wasn't anything necessarily wrong with the notes I was playing, but what did make it sound off was the rhythm. I was out in front of the beat the whole time, and I was playing a lot of what I called nervous notes, okay? I felt like I needed to fill every available space with the notes I was playing, and it just had this nervous energy and anxiousness to it. And so what we want to do to sound more professional is simplify the notes that we play, lay it back, make sure it fits right within the beat, right within the groove or the pocket, okay? And so just really settle in there, and it's gonna make everything sound so much better. Let's see if I can do better this time. Okay, so I simplified a little bit and everything was much better. It wasn't perfect, but it was better, okay? So I think a lot of people are familiar with this concept of, like, you've heard of a drummer that kind of tries to make up for a lack of feel, lack of technique, and bad timing with playing a bunch of fancy stuff. And we can kind of do that on piano, but we want to avoid that, okay? So just simplify it, make sure you're fitting right within the groove in the pocket and letting it settle in there. Here's some things you can do to help you get to that point. Number one, practice with a metronome or a drum loop or something that's going to force you to focus your rhythms to fit within the grid, okay? It's got to fit within the time frame of what is happening musically. Second of all, and I like this one, envision yourself in a higher stakes situation than you may be playing in. Okay, and I'm guilty of being in a situation where maybe it's a smaller service, not as many people there, and or maybe playing with other musicians who aren't quite playing really well rhythmically. I kind of allow myself to kind of lower my standards to whatever the situation is. But envision yourself playing for more people, playing with really good musicians, or even maybe like in a live recording type situation. And that just focuses you toward being more precise with what you play. So elevate your game even bigger than the situation that you might be in. Third, simplify what you play so that you could focus on your timing. If you're trying to play a whole bunch of things and just letting your fingers kind of run wild, it's going to be difficult to control the rhythm. So simplify it and make sure it locks in there. Fourth, practice, practice, practice. Develop your chops. Okay, it might be that you're struggling rhythmically because you're having to give so much focus and attention to the chords that you're playing. And once you get better with playing chords and not having to think about them so much, you'll be able to think about being tighter with your rhythm. Fifth, build your finger technique until your muscle movements become more efficient and therefore more controlled. And when you do that, you're going to have more control over your rhythms, and it's going to be much more you're going to be able to anticipate when you need to be there, and it's going to be more predictable. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, and then 6, practice different musical styles on different keyboards. I noticed this when I was playing more and practicing more classical pieces on our acoustic piano. It's just a different feel, and the music required something different of my muscles, and I noticed that it really carried over to my regular styles of playing on my regular keyboard. So get outside of your normal keyboard, your normal musical styles, and practice other things in different places. And that's going to develop your fingers to be more precise in other situations. So use these things to really help solidify your rhythm, because that's going to make you sound much better as a piano player, as a keyboard player. It's going to make the other people around you sound better too. I hope that was helpful. If you liked it, be sure to click the thumbs up button. Click subscribe for notifications on future videos. We're up over 50,000 subscribers now, so that's pretty exciting. Thanks for joining us at Our Worship Sound, and we'll see you soon.